Welcome to another episode of Now Hear This. My name is Berris Karden of chillTV, and next to me is Andy Rolleman of NexGen Hearing. Andy, you're hip.
Thank you.
Are hip.
I am hip.
Well, it says that on your business card.
It does.
What does that actually mean?
Okay.
RHIP.
RHIP, standing. Okay, I'll give you. It's
because you're hip.
I feel it. I feel it. Registered hearing instrument practitioner.
Okay, that makes sense.
Wow.
And that is why you're able to talk to us about hearing and hearing loss. And really, that's what we were talking about today is the different types of hearing loss. We referred to that in episode 1.
Right.
So, Andy, what are some common types of hearing loss?
All right. First of all, thanks so much, Berris, for letting me come back. And I'm excited about this. I'm excited about talking about all things hearing. I don't, in my opinion, don't think it gets talked about enough. Okay, really quickly. Many different types of hearing losses. Well, there are a few very important types of hearing losses that I think people don't understand. They think, I have a hearing loss, therefore I just need to get it fixed or something. But it's really important to note for a professional, not only if a person has hearing loss, well, what type of hearing loss is it? How severe is it, okay? The first one we're going to talk about real quick, okay, is what's called a structural, or what we refer to as a conductive hearing loss. Okay, now simply what that means is it's a type of hearing loss that maybe there's a significant wax buildup, okay? Maybe there's something wrong with the eardrum. Maybe behind the eardrum, the little bones. You know about the little bones?
Well, I know it's a Tragically Hip song.
Besides
I don't think that's what you're talking about.
No,
I did
not
know
today.
From biology, I did know that the smallest bones in the body are in the ear.
Correct. And the smallest of which in that little triage is the little stapes bone, which can fit on the sail on the dime, the little schooner on the dime. Yeah. So there you go.
So that's
little
pretty
FYI.
tiny.
That's pretty tiny. Okay. So we may have a problem with those bones. Something surgical or something procedure-wise that a professional can go into and correct to help you hear better.
So the good news is, depending on the type of hearing loss, it may be surgically improved or repaired entirely.
Right.
Okay. So it's important to know what to be diagnosed to know how to treat it. Obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. The second type we've got is what we call a nerve type, or the big word is, and there's going to be an exam on this, by the way, Berris.
I'm taking notes.
Okay.
I need a pen.
Sensorineural. Okay. That's something where these little cilia, okay, the hair cells inside the inner ear, they've been affected. Now, it could be by medications. There are kinds of medications that are very ototoxic or toxic to the ear structure.
What sort of medications? Is it like common stuff?
There are some antibiotics like erythromycin, for example. Any drug ending with a mycin, that sort of thing.
Antibiotics. I mean, that's obviously commonly taken.
Exactly, and those types are significantly ototoxic.
Okay.
So there's that. Noise induced. Okay, you've worked in a noise-induced environment or a noise exposure type environment for many, many years. Okay, that's going to affect you.
Can you go to like one rock concert and come out with a permanent hearing impairment?
I have seen it within the last couple of years. Sadly, I have seen that. A guy standing, next to a stack of amps kind of thing, right? And literally just killed his hearing.
Oh, that's brutal.
It's bad. We see a lot of people wearing the iPods and the iPhone plugs. You got to watch it, guys. Just got to watch it. Be smart with it, okay? If you're going to wear them for prolonged periods of time, just watch that dB or decibel level. That's going to hurt you in time with prolonged exposure.
Well, you're talking to a generation of kids out there that my kids too, like that. They have those things on all the time. Mm-hmm. So that's right. Concern.
And then the last type, okay, well, not the last type, and then you get the combination of two things. And now that can get really tricky, where you've got the sensorineural loss or the nerve loss, and you've got the structural loss. So you're fixing one, but you still have another one. Got to watch out for that too. That's a real tough one, okay? So one can be like surgically or procedurally altered to make you hear better, but your chances are you're still going to need hearing aids because the other part didn't get fixed.
Well, and I guess the issue there is that it would be hard to diagnose because you've got kind of like taking your car into the garage. You think it's for one thing, but there's maybe 1 or 2 or 3 issues
That's right.
that are creating a problem, makes it hard to diagnose.
That's exactly right. It's tough. And then we can get into this, some little bit scary ones. Doesn't happen a lot, but it's called retrocochlear, and that's where behind the cochlea, where we got the nerve going to the brain. Okay, we can have tumors on there. It's happened. It's not common, but it does happen from time to time. So those are, and then people struggle with hearing. The cochlea is fine, like what's going on in the inner ear is fine, structurally everything is fine, there's something else going on.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's where, yeah.
Yeah, so I guess the message is if you're experiencing any sort of hearing loss, get checked out because it could be anything, and you can't self-diagnose, obviously.
No.
If you catch it early enough, it might be treatable, and so on and so forth. So, well, that takes us to the end of this episode. And what are we doing next month, Andy?
Oh, going to be exciting. Okay, I know we're getting inundated with Corona or COVID information kind of thing, but I really want to talk about some of the challenges that people have, issues surrounding hearing loss or hearing and COVID-19. I think there's some interesting things to learn from this and some good stuff to glean.
Well, wonderful. So, and if anyone has any questions, they can send you an email. We'll put up an email on this video right now, so you can.
Would love it. That'd be great. Any question you have, absolutely.
We'll contact Andy for sure. And so next time on Now Hear This. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.